That was a weird scream.
It sounds like the Little Mermaid.
That was like the Wednesday scream, like ah!
Huh?
Hold on, I need to turn on my computer's fan. Okay.
What happened to me? Didn't I pass out? So why am I fully aware right now?
You passed in, babe.
I can't see a thing, and I can't move.
Yeah, it's the chains. You're not supposed to remember this, babe.
Uh-oh. It's like that feeling you get when you're really tired. Sleep paralysis, I think.
Definitely not the paralytic drugs that I slipped in your afternoon tea, babe. Don't worry. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Where? Why can't I move? Uh-oh. Back to these books. Okay.
Alright, which accent? Sachiko Shinozaki, the little girl in the red dress, and the only survivor of the horrific murders that occurred in Heavenly Host Elementary School.
Oh, wasn't I doing this guy?
Following the incident.
Yeah,
This is narrator, isn't it?
No, like this is Kukabiki. They're still reading the report, but I guess you can. You might as well. You already started.
Following the incident, Sachiko's family fled from the area, moving to another prefecture to escape the frightful memories that remained here. Strangely, however, I've been unable to locate any other records of the Shinozaki family. No matter where I look, the only information I can find about them comes from newspaper reports on the Heavenly Host murders. Granted, when an elementary school becomes the stage for a grisly incident such as this, perpetrated by none other than the principal's own son, who I still doubt if he was the one to blame for all this, it stands to reason that the scandal would serve as the primary focus for public interest, with all other details fading into the background. So, of course, after learning that Sachiko is safe, further news of her whereabouts was largely ignored in favor of the media circus surrounding the school. But there's more to it than that. People weren't just uninterested in learning of Sachiko's history or whereabouts. There was simply no data to be had.
I say data.
Kinda depends on the moment, but yeah.
I think data just sounds smarter.
Like I'll data you?
Yeah.
Hey.
I can't move my body because of sleep paralysis, I guess.
Definitely not because you're already dead.
But I can clearly see the room I'm in now. There's one boy and two girls in here, aside from myself. I recognize them. They're the children who were killed in Heavenly Host during that incident, but they're still alive. Like,
Okay, so wait.
Totally cool.
If Sachiko survived, then how are there 4 ghost spirits? If there were 4 victims, 3 died, 1 survived, there's 4 ghosts.
I think there's some shenanigans afoot. Afoot? Is that the right word? Ahead? Afoot.
Yeah, maybe.
Unfortunately, they're all bound hand and foot and just sprawled out on the floor. And so am I.
It's kind of hard to be bound and sprawled at the same time unless you're bound to a 4-poster. Because sprawled means like having your limbs sprawled everywhere. But if they're bound together, you can't sprawl. But that's probably a translation quirk.
That's the real reason I can't move.
Hey, it was the chains.
Wow. Somebody please save me.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
No. Stop. No, please, no. So pretty. No, I can't see.
Oh, shit.
Now I'm blindfolded. I can't see a thing that's happening to
I
me.
thought he was just about to barehanded rip one of her eyes out.
Oh, God, please. Ew. And since my hands and feet are tied up, I can't remove the blindfold either.
I mean, no shit, but okay.
That just makes everything so much worse.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, fam.
I guess because I can't see, I begin to listen more intently.
Frightened, sobbing, okay.
Oh, is this on auto scroll now?
Apparently.
Okay, then I won't bother.
No, just that one moment.
Okay. The helpless cries of the other children echo off the walls of the cramped room. I'm so scared. It feels like my head's going to explode. You know, it's really hard to emote correctly with that accent.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, I want to do Ayumi a little more justice, but...
That's what I was thinking. If I had known she was going to get this much dialogue, I might have said, you know what, maybe we should give her a better accent.
Untie me. Cut the ropes. Please. I kept begging and pleading, but all I heard in response was the man walking away from me.
In order. Okay.
Oh, I feel so bad for him. In order?
That can't be good.
I don't like these noises. I'm uncomfortable.
That's really not good.
Oh no, that's so sad.
Curses.
I've never heard screaming like this before. It's pure primal terror, cutting through the air like a perfect sin wave. It's the boy at the end. Is that better?
I think so.
It feels like he's been screaming for an eternity. I think he's been killed right now.
Oh, that's bad. I'm glad they didn't have just constant screaming at the back of this, because I would have to mute it.
Yeah. I don't like the noises going on.
Me neither.
My God, what the hell is he doing to him?
Ugh. I don't handle visceral descriptions of pain very well.
No one deserves this. Why isn't God allowing him to fall unconscious so he doesn't have to suffer?
Big fucking mood.
Oh God. This is gonna make me cry. That's so sad. Oh no. It's been at least half an hour now.
Dear God.
Oh God. Oh. These inhuman screams of a young boy being ripped apart from the inside have finally come to a halt.
Fuck.
Oh God, this is gonna make me cry. Stop it. Without even a single moment of silence, the first of the girls in line is the next to scream for her life. And the symphony goes on. Symphony? That's an odd choice.
Don't like this.
God, I can't take any more of this. I'm losing my mind. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Don't like anything that's going on here. Not a bit.
No, no, I'm gonna cry. Stop, please. I don't remember it being this long. Is it still going on? Come on, just die already. Die already? God, what is wrong with me? You know what? I don't care. Just get it over with and leave me in peace.
Fuck.
This is sad. I don't... Oh no. Finally, after hearing a sound like a heavy object being dropped, the noises stopped and the room grew quiet again.
Oh boy, where next?
Oh no.
And we're way over time. Fuck. It's been just one cutscene this entire time.
Thump, thump, thump. I told you it was going to be a long one.
I'm glad I took your advice and made an episode break there.
Yeah, those footsteps, all my hair standing on end at this point.
This doesn't end well for us.
Everything below my stomach feels like it's frozen. Like I've suddenly been stricken with severe diarrhea.
I've never felt frozen with diarrhea, but okay.
I feel like I've been that scared. In order? God, why am I relieved by this?
Which means it's my turn now.
Someone's got me by the hair. They're pulling my head up and taking off my blindfold, which means I get to see the face of my killer.
The 4 missing children were found in a basement room at Heavenly Host Elementary School, unused and officially sealed since the building's construction. When authorities entered, they were greeted with an inhumanly horrific sight. Based upon the evidence at hand, the murder weapon was determined to be a large pair of sewing scissors found in the hands of the accused. First fucking mistake. Do not use fabric scissors for anything other than fabric. You deserve to go to hell for that. I know nothing about sewing scissors or fabric scissors. I just know that you do not use fabric scissors for anything that is not fabric. Investigators suspected some hesitation on the man's part. However, as the deceased victim's wounds did not indicate that his full strength had been used, nonetheless, he had clearly acted with extreme malicious intent. The official cause of death for the 3 murdered children has been listed as a loss of blood following removal of the tongue. But the actual state of affairs was not quite so clinical, nor even so pleasant, if you can believe it. The following details have been extrapolated from information previously unreleased to the public, or, at least, previously unreported by news outlets.
I'm so uncomfortable.
These details of the crime are based on the official police testimony of Sachiko Shinozaki herself.
Did you notice her last name?
Shinozaki? Who else is named Shinozaki?
The girl I was just doing this voice for her?
Oh.
What's wrong?
Yeah, that's bad. Evidently, the victims were bound, blindfolded, and spaced out on the floor, then killed one by one. One was repeatedly stabbed in the abdomen with the aforementioned pair of scissors, then had many of his internal organs forcefully dug out. His discarded innards were found partially buried beneath the earthen floor of the basement room. Another was stabbed in the head, dozens upon dozens of times, to such an extent that all flesh and bone above her jawline was essentially minced away.
With my blindfold removed, the sight that appeared before me was more horrific than anything I could possibly have imagined. The person staring back at me, brandishing a blood-soaked pair of sewing scissors, wasn't the large man from earlier at all. It was one of the children. It was a little girl, her face dyed red with the blood of her victims. She was staring intently at me with soulless gray eyes, and then she just started giggling.
Don't like that sound.
That's Pikachu's voice, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Damn.
She was opening and closing the bloodied scissors over and over again, and the sound kept echoing through the room. Then she took those dull, rusty, thoroughly blood-soaked blades and slowly brought them closer and closer to my left eye. Nope.
Don't like
nope,
this.
Nope. Skip. Nope, don't like. How? Why? Why is it you? I don't like this. No.
Me neither.
Sachiko. No, Sachiko, I love you, but you're crazy.
No, I don't love her at all.
No, I love Sachiko.
But she's a fucking psychotic murderer.
I mean, you're not gonna play the rest of the games, I don't think, but she gets a redemption arc.
She fucking doesn't deserve one.
I mean, agree to disagree. Like, she's... I don't want to say too much, because we'll get there, but...
The third victim was stabbed in the left eye an indeterminate number of times, until her eyeball became soup-like in consistency. She was eventually just left like that, slowly bleeding to death in horrible agony. Strangely, it was only after these mutilations had already been inflicted that the killer went back and severed the victims' tongues. Learning the truth about these proceedings is shocking even to me, and it makes it nearly impossible to accept the murderer as anything but a monster. And bearing witness to every moment of this was a 7-year-old girl named Sachiko. In many ways, she's the most pitiable and long-suffering of them all.
True. True.
But it was through her tearful, frightened testimony that Yoshikazu Yanagihori was officially charged. Now, going back to the hunt for information on this unfortunate girl's whereabouts, it was her words that ultimately led to Yoshikazu's sentencing. Therefore, it comes as no real surprise that sensitive information pertaining to her and her family would be withheld. That is to be expected. What is not expected, however, is that there's not even the slightest trace of this information left to find. It's as if it simply never existed. Therefore, I cannot help but consider alternate possible explanations. And I remind you, this is mere conjecture. But one question keeps nagging at the back of my mind. Was Yoshikazu Yanagihori really the murderer of the 3 victims? Is it possible this crime was not actually perpetrated by him at all? Think about it. In his final days, Yoshikazu was incapable of communicating with others through speech. And despite his childlike reversions, he'd always been a personable and friendly man. As the saying goes, he wouldn't have hurt a fly. All his relatives, friends, neighbors confirmed as much, shocked to hear that such a kindly man could commit these unconscionable atrocities.
The way he's doing backflips for this, because this is what all people say about school shooters. Like, he wouldn't hurt a fly, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this sounds like, I don't know, like he's trying to make excuses for this guy, really. The
guy was innocent.
I mean, yes, he is, but he doesn't really have any real information about that. Like, he's basing the conclusion on nothing. I mean, yes, it's a right conclusion.
But he said it's conjecture, not a conclusion. It's a fucking guess.
I mean, still, but it's like it doesn't sound very journalistic that he's basing it off literally no evidence.
But the point of conjecture is to offer an idea and a question. It's not saying, I think this happened. It's saying, what if this happened?
And I understand that. Like, and we have the situational irony that, yeah, we know that Yoshikazu wasn't totally to blame. Like, yes, he was there, and he helped Sachiko, but I don't really, like, it's like, where would you get that idea at all?
Mm-hmm. Sachiko survived?
I guess, but why would you think that a 7-year-old little girl would commit all those murders? Or, I mean, I guess that's not what he's saying right here, but it's just like, well, who else then? Why would she, like, why would you doubt her testimony?
Who knows?
Because, I mean, it's supposed to be shocking that a kid would do all this. And granted, when I first, came across this game and I learned that, I was like, oh, what?
Not gonna lie, I was low-key suspecting her for a while. Like,
I mean, it makes sense because of the Sachiko Ever After charm, and you see her a lot, and she's, like, supposed to be, like, this mysterious entity throughout. And you don't really know if she's good or evil.
Anyways, this episode's been like 50 minutes. We gotta wrap. We gotta end this fucking cutscene.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Certainly nothing to gain from it. May have simply lost his mind. Look at his father. Around the same time, Principal Takamine Yanagihori suddenly began speaking in tongues and acting in the most peculiar way, not to mention scribbling incomprehensible gibberish all over his walls as if possessed. Seemed frightened of someone and would often be found crouching in the corner of his office, moaning and thrashing. If he could wind up in such a beleaguered state with no mourning, then perhaps so too could his son. I believe that we're looking at a curse far more powerful than anything man could devise. From the time it opened its doors to the day it closed them forever, Heavenly Host Elementary School's sealed basement room has existed as some form of cursed ground. And to find the underlying cause, we must go back beyond the infamous kidnapping and murder incident. Back a whole 20 years. I believe I may have found a clue that could shed some light on the situation. It may be far-fetched as leads go, but it is a lead nonetheless.
Was that my phone or yours?
Your phone.
Okay.
Regrettably, since Heavenly Host was not only closed down, but demolished altogether, and another school built in its place, it is no longer possible to investigate the basement room directly. But my protege has found what may be the next best thing. Something that could make the impossible possible once more. Preparations are being made to pursue this lead even now. Be sure not to miss the next installment. It may be the scoop of a lifetime. Okay, so I know we went on some tangents, but that was a long fucking cutscene. And I guess it was the chapter finale, but yeah, as banging as that track is, let's mute it for now. Just pause that shit. I am not terribly happy with how long that cutscene was, but I can't immediately think of a better way that they could have done it.
I mean, this is a thing that is very visual novel-esque, so I'm not mad at it.
Actually, I take it back. We'll do some talking about it in the next episode. This one's already fucking an hour long. Thank you all for watching. I'll not waste any more time. Y'all have a nice day.